Christianity, the world's largest religion, has a rich history of diversity in sects and rites, with divergences in the faith dating back to its inception. These early Christian schisms, which continued for centuries, had a profound impact on the evolution of the modern church. Great councils of prominent bishops from across the vast Christian world were convened in an attempt to resolve the theological and liturgical disputes that were dividing their religion. These councils not only shifted the trajectory of Christianity, but also caused major schisms that have lasted to this day. Beyond their historical significance, these councils provide us with a glimpse into the vibrant philosophy of Christianity during this period, as well as amusing anecdotes from famous theologians who are considered saints by many Christians today. They also offer insights into the politics of the Roman Empire and beyond, from the 1st to the 7th centuries AD. Join us as we delve into the world of early Christian church councils, exploring the stories of the faith's fiercest rivalries and providing an overview of the ancient gatherings that have shaped the world's largest religion in ways that still impact its 2.4 billion worshippers worldwide. Early Church in Jerusalem. The inception of Christianity in the bustling, diverse heart of Jerusalem marked the beginning of a faith that would grow and evolve in ways its earliest adherents could scarcely have imagined. Within this nascent community, deeply rooted in Jewish traditions, beliefs, and customs, the seeds of future theological diversity and schism were already being sown. The early followers of Jesus, primarily Jewish, grappled with the incorporation of Gentile converts into their community, a dilemma that highlighted the first major internal challenge to Christian unity. This challenge centered on a pivotal question: should Gentiles who embrace Christianity be subject to Jewish law, particularly regarding circumcision, dietary restrictions, and Sabbath observance? This question sparked intense debate among the early Christians, leading to the first council in the history of Christianity, the Council of Jerusalem. It was here that the apostles and elders came together to deliberate on the matter, ultimately deciding that Gentile converts would not be bound by most aspects of Jewish law, an outcome that significantly shaped the future direction of Christian practice and belief. Despite this early attempt at resolving doctrinal disputes, the issue of adherence to Jewish law among Christians did not vanish and continued to influence the formation of various Judeo-Christian sects, including the Ebionites, Nazarenes, and Elkosites. These groups, each with their own interpretations and practices, underscore the diversity within the early Christian community and foreshadow the myriad theological debates that would arise, particularly those concerning the nature of Christ's humanity and divinity. These early discussions and disagreements set the stage for the complex tapestry of beliefs that would characterize Christianity, demonstrating that diversity of thought and interpretation has been inherent to the faith from its very beginnings in Jerusalem. Early Christian regional councils. As Christianity expanded throughout the Roman Empire, the diversity of its followers and beliefs led to the formation of various regional councils aimed at addressing the theological disputes and administrative challenges that arose from this growth. One significant example was the Council of Carthage in 251 CE, convened by Cyprian of Carthage, which tackled the contentious issue of how to reintegrate Christians who had renounced their faith under persecution but later sought readmission to the church. The question of readmission highlighted the broader dilemma of balancing the integrity of the Christian community with compassion for those who had faltered under the extreme duress of persecution. These regional councils became pivotal in navigating the complex landscape of early Christianity, which was characterized not only by external threats, such as the persecution under Diocletian, but also by internal theological diversity. The rise of the Gnostic groups, Marcionites and Docetists, each with their own doctrines and sacred texts, underscored the pressing need for a unified Christian doctrine. The absence of standardized canon and the existence of rival canons further complicated the efforts to define orthodox Christian beliefs and practices. The regional councils therefore played a crucial role in the early Christian community's efforts to establish consensus on key doctrinal issues, even before the advent of the Ecumenical councils. Their decisions on matters like the criteria for readmission of lapsed Christians not only addressed immediate practical concerns, but also laid the groundwork for the development of a more cohesive Christian identity. As Christianity transitioned from a persecuted sect to a religion enjoying the favour of the Roman Empire following the Edict of Milan, the groundwork laid by these early regional councils would prove instrumental in shaping the debates and decisions of the subsequent First Ecumenical Council. First Ecumenical Council. The First Ecumenical Council, which convened in Nicaea in 325 CE, emerged against a backdrop of theological discord that threatened the very fabric of the early Christian community. This pivotal gathering was orchestrated under the direction of Emperor Constantine, who, despite being a relative newcomer to the Christian faith, recognized the political and social imperative of religious cohesion within his vast empire. The council's primary objective was to address and resolve the contentious issue of Arianism. This doctrine, spearheaded by Arius, a clergyman from Alexandria, posited that Jesus Christ was a creation of God the Father, thereby denying the eternal coexistence of the Son with the Father. Such assertions struck at the heart of early Christian doctrine, suggesting a hierarchical relationship within the Trinity that undermined the foundational belief in the co-equal divinity of Father and Son. The debates at the council were intense and multifaceted, reflecting the diverse theological positions held by the attending bishops. The discussions extended beyond the binary opposition of Arianism and its detractors, touching on nuances of scriptural interpretation, the nature of salvation, and the role of the Church in safeguarding doctrinal purity. The adoption of the term homoousios, signifying the consubstantiality or co-essentiality of the Son with the Father, became the Council's most consequential decision. This term decisively countered the Arian assertion by affirming the equal divinity and eternity of the Son, thus establishing a cornerstone of Orthodox Christian theology. In addition to resolving this immediate theological crisis, the First Ecumenical Council set several significant precedents for the Christian Church. It exemplified the role of the emperor as a facilitator of ecclesiastical consensus, showcased the efficacy of councils in resolving doctrinal disputes, and underscored the importance of creedal statements as instruments of unity. Furthermore, the Nicene Creed, formulated at the council, not only articulated the foundational elements of Christian belief, but also served as a litmus test for orthodoxy, delineating the boundaries of the faith against heretical interpretations. In sum, the council was not merely a reactive measure against a particular doctrinal challenge, but a proactive step toward defining and consolidating Christian doctrine and identity in a rapidly expanding religious landscape. First Council of Constantinople. The Church's regional divisions persisted, marked by numerous failed councils such as the one in Serdica, modern-day Sofia, where Constantius II's efforts to unite the Church faltered. However, a significant turning point came with the First Council of Constantinople, intertwined with the Second Ecumenical Council in 381 CE under Emperor Theodosius's guidance. This era witnessed the emergence of new theological perspectives like Apollinarianism, positing a unique blend of humanity and divinity in Christ, and Sabellianism, challenging the distinctiveness of the Trinity's three persons. These divergent views faced condemnation, echoing the earlier rejection of Arianism. Moreover, questions arose about the status of bishoprics, with Rome and Jerusalem traditionally esteemed for their apostolic origins. Surprisingly, Constantinople was elevated to a position of honor as well, acknowledging its growing significance in the church hierarchy. Amidst these theological and political shifts, the pendulum swung between heterodox and orthodox figures, reflecting the fluidity of state favor and doctrinal acceptance, a trend that persisted through subsequent councils. Council of Ephesus. Councils of the church, like the one at Ephesus in 431 CE, mirrored the ongoing diversity and philosophical tensions within Christianity. Beyond the established doctrines, debates raged on Christ's nature and humanity's relationship with divine grace. Augustine of Hippo and Pelagius clashed over the weight of Adam's original sin and the balance between divine grace and human will. Meanwhile, regional councils like Carthage in 411 CE grappled with issues like the Donatists' strict practices, showcasing the intertwining of politics and religious discourse. Ephesus became the stage for a defining moment, with Cyril and Nestorius leading opposing camps. The controversy revolved around Mary's title, with Cyril advocating for Theotokos, God-bearer, and the unity of Christ's natures, while Nestorius argued for Christotokos, Christ-bearer, and a distinction between Christ's human and divine aspects. The council's proceedings were contentious, marked by accusations of heresy and power struggles. Ultimately, Nestorius was condemned and exiled, leading to a schism within the church. Despite attempts at reconciliation, the divide persisted, with Nestorianism gaining ground in distant regions like Iraq, Central Asia, and China, shaping the religious landscape for centuries to come. Council of Chalcedon. In the midst of theological ferment, a response to Nestorianism emerged as monophysitism. This perspective argued that Christ possessed only a divine nature, absorbing his human nature into it, emphasizing his divinity. Concurrently, miaphysitism suggested a merged human-divine nature of Christ, blending the two aspects into a unique being. However, the Chalcedonians disagreed, asserting that Christ's human and divine natures were inseparable yet distinct. The Council of Chalcedon, a pivotal event in late antiquity held in 451 CE, witnessed fierce debates between Chalcedonians and Monophysites. Amidst tumultuous sessions and acrimonious exchanges, decisions were made that shaped Christian doctrine. Ultimately, the council rejected Monophysite doctrines, solidifying the Chalcedonian stance and presenting an expanded Nicene Creed. This decision, backed by Rome and Constantinople, led to divisions as dissenting bishops opposed the council's conclusions. The aftermath saw the rise of Miaphysite beliefs in Egypt, influencing the Coptic Church's formation. In Armenia, theological differences persisted, contributing to distinct Oriental Orthodox traditions. Meanwhile, the Syriac Orthodox Church emerged in Syria and Palestine, embodying anti-Chalcedonian sentiments. Across Ethiopia and Eritrea, unique Oriental orthodoxies evolved, reflecting diverse cultural and theological landscapes. These developments reverberated through history, shaping the tapestry of Christianity in the Middle East. Despite Chalcedon's resolutions, theological debates persisted, culminating in the Schism of 1054 between East and West. This period of early Christian schisms underscores the complexity and diversity within Christianity, revealing the rich interplay of theology, politics, and culture. For more insights into religious history and the intricacies of Christian theology, stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Your support through likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions is invaluable to us.